Hey, I'm Bill St. Bill, and today I'm going to teach you how to play Rogue Legacy. This is a brand new character. That was the tutorial video. So let's just get into it. This is your first guy, Sir Lee. He's got 25 magic and 25 attack. So equal on our daggers and our sword. The goal of this first run is to get as much money as possible. You do that by breaking stuff and getting loot. Right now we have 110. You want to get as much as possible. In this run, I'll be telling you about each enemy type and how to fight them. So this guy, he'll shoot that wave at us. Just dodge it. So you can go back like that, or you can jump over it. Then you just want to hit him. Now, something I'm paranoid about is pictures. If you see them wobbling, they're bad guys. But I like to be safe, so I hit them to make sure. These things on the floor pop up. You don't want to mess with them. These are zombies. They'll chase you forever. They're kind of irritating. So just get to one, wait for him to come to you, and smack them. These guys are extra irritating. You want to jump over their attacks and smash them in the face. Remember, keep picking up loot. Loot is why we're here. So there's no wrong way to go in the castle, really. You just want to make sure you're staying in the light blue areas. I'll tell you when we get to an area that's not. It will be pretty obvious. This guy. This guy is a jerk. Basically, just wait in between his attacks and then hit him. That one was like on the ground, so he was easy. Alright, this guy throws bones at us. So you just want to dodge the bone and hit him. At the beginning here, he'll take 2 hits. Evil paintings. Okay, that one wasn't evil. They're not all evil, but sometimes they are. Oh, that one was evil. See, so you hit it, wait for it to come back, hit it again. At the beginning here, they should take 2 hits. The problem with that, though, is when we get deeper into the castle, they'll take more than 1 hit. You'll see once we get there. So this guy, remember, get next to him, smack him. This guy, patience is the key. Hit him and back up. He's got a huge attack that's going to hurt you a lot. So just hit him and back up. You don't need to stay in close. There's no reason to be right in his face. Alright, this is a mage. You want to dodge its fireballs. It takes 2 hits early on. Oh, good, another one. Okay. So what I want to show you here is when they attack, walls will stop it. So use that to your advantage. Put a wall between you and a mage until you're ready to fight. Another evil painting. Once we have some open ground, I'll show you my strategy for attacking paintings, because they can be pretty rough at first, I think, for new people. Let's just keep going. This is an ice mage. I'll let it attack here. See, it shoots that, and then the ice breaks up. We'll dodge it again. Oh, that guy's bad news bears. So this guy, you wouldn't fight him actually, you just leave, but I'll show you how. Basically, keep him back. That's his rage attack. That's essentially like a little mini-boss because he's guarding a treasure chest. Normally, if you see that, just run. It's not worth it. You're here for loot, but you have to stay alive to get the loot. So remember, skeletons, just dodge the attacks. These mines don't attack us, we just have to watch out for them. So we wait, then we hit it. So you want to be patient, but when the opportunity arises, take advantage of it. Alright, so we want to take out this guy. Oh! That almost got us because we were being careless. You should go slow. I'm probably going too fast here. Alright, so let's go take out that guy that's almost shooting us. I like to throw a knife. Why run up there and fight him when you have knives? It can kill things off screen if you're aiming at it right, and they're right on the floor, so that's when knives are useful. I normally don't like these little ability things, but they can come in handy. Alright, so that's it for this room. So let's get out of here. Where are we going? I guess to the right. Okay, that was a mini boss. It's got a lot of health, see? So don't fight those. If you beat both of them, yes, they'll drop a treasure chest, and yes, it will have good stuff in it. But it's not worth dying over, especially at the beginning here, where all we care about is money. So let's keep moving on. I know it's painful for some people to like leave enemy. Oh, again, mini bosses. Lots of health. Don't fight them. I know it's hard to leave stuff behind sometimes, but you just gotta get over it. We're not gonna be killing everything every run. We just can't. Alright, so let's dodge these attacks and then go kill this mage. Now, when enemies are dead, if you leave the screen and come back, that red mage will still be dead. So if things are getting too hectic for you, just dip out and come back, and it will reset the enemies. You can get another chance at them. You don't have to fight everything all at once and get overwhelmed. Just remember, if there's something on the ground, like money, if you leave, it disappears. So, I'm just saying. Alright, let's go fight this ice thing. Breaking everything. I am paranoid about pictures. Every picture I go by, I attack them. You'd rather not be surprised. Alright, those guys, ow. They just kind of attack you. They home in. Not much I can tell you. I'm just dealing with the mage first because the zombie's in pain. Alright, there we go. See, we took a hit, but it's not the end of the world. Just don't panic. Alright, so if we go down here, that was the Land of Darkness. That's not where you want to be. You want to be where the castle's nice and light blue. That's red and evil. Never go there. If you go down, you'll always run into red eventually, so don't do it. These statues. The one on the right is always mana. We need some, so let's take it. The one on the left is always HP. We need it, taking it. Alright, so let's go to where we haven't gone. We'll go up and to the right, and then we'll go to the right again. We're just exploring as much as the castle as we can right now, because we just want money, remember. So just breaking stuff. That's like a story thing, so I'll let you guys read that. And again, down here will lead to the darkness. Oh, or even worse, that was just a room full of traps. That happens. Especially when you get near the bottom of the castle. Things get evil. Oh, that's a big bad painting. We could fight it, but we're not going to. So, like I said, you don't have to fight everything. If you don't like fighting paintings, don't fight paintings. Just make sure you don't run into them if you're not going to fight. Alright, more food and mana. We need both. Okay, that is green on the map. If you go to the right, you'll always run into green. Green is also something we don't want. You always want to stay in blue. So now if we go to the left and then back up, that's where we need to be, but we'd have to run past that evil painting again, so let's take the teleporter. You can pick where you want to go. This is the teleporter we're at, this is the one leading to the evil, and this is the beginning. So let's just go to the beginning, because it's right near where we want to be. Now the only way to leave the castle is dying, but we'll make as much of this life as we can. Let's keep going. Alright, let's head up here. We haven't gone that way yet. Get money. Is that fire guy coming for us? Okay, here he comes. Bam. Remember, patience, but attack when you have the opportunity. See, this guy will home in after us. Just wait for him to come to you. Don't freak out. Ow. That was a new move. Alright, this is the boss. We're not gonna fight him. Don't fight him as soon as you run into him, because we can still get loot. So let's take the mana and the health. And there's always treasure chests by the boss, so he's good to find. Oh, that looks like such a setup. Oh, the one on the left wobbled. So this is how I fight them. I attack, move to the inside so they have to go around me, and then just make them keep going in a circle around you. And then you can fight them how you want. Alright, let's head up. They can't hit you through walls unless they're like right on the edge. So even though we can't get the loot, I like to kill them anyway, just because I feel safer if they're dead. That's probably not worth doing. Alright, can we get up? Can we even get up there? Yes, we can. So, we can't get that chest, actually. I know it's disappointing, but we just can't do it. We're not the right character. I'll show you about characters later. So let's just keep exploring for right now. So that's what I mean about them attacking through stuff they shouldn't be able to. Alright, this room. Let's deal with the mage. That guy's just gonna fling bones at us the whole time. Just be aware of him. Remember, you can hit stuff through walls. Use walls to your advantage. You don't have to fight these guys, but you know what? It's not bad practice. But don't do it, because the goal of your first life is to make as much money as possible, and that means staying alive. I'm just showing you how to fight them. Now, there's health and mana in these, but we don't need it, so just keep them there. We can always use them later. Okay, this is the upper area. So now we found all the edges of the castle. This blue part will always be surrounded on the top by the blue, the bottom by the red, and the right with the green. We are only going in the blue area right now. The other areas are too hard for us. So there's a couple more rooms we haven't explored, so let's go to those. To do that, we'll use the teleporter to take us to the boss. Actually, this seems like a good room, because then we can just go up and to the right. So we made almost $2,000 here, so if we died here, it wouldn't be the end of the world. You just want to make as much money as you can. There's no, like, set amount for if you did good or not. I mean, really, you're just trying to get comfortable with the game, too. But you do want money. The more money, the better. Alright, so we're just oh! This is a challenge room. There's a special chest here. If you look at the legend, it's a fairy chest. They have special runes in them. But we'd have to go through this without taking damage. It's probably not going to happen, and remember, we want as much money as possible, so we need to stay alive. So let's just retreat. Okay, if we go up and up, we'll get to a new room. Ooh, stuff we haven't destroyed yet. Now, even though that's not worth doing, because there's spikes there. Spikes are deadly. Alright, here we go. Those eyeballs can shoot through walls. So, we can go up there, but it's just... Alright, let's do it. I would recommend not doing this, though, because those eyeballs are just going to shoot at you constantly. So you know what, let's not do it. I will lead by example. Alright, so, we've explored all the castle. What's left to do? The only thing left to do is to fight the boss. So I'll teach you how to fight this boss. I've never tried fighting him with the starting, like, loser character, but we can try. Are you ready? Let's do it! Just a little eyeball. It's a giant eyeball. Okay, so here's how we fight him. We dodge. And I'm dodging. Alright, and then you stand here and whack at him. Oh, this is going to be so hard without our double jumps. Whack him, whack him. I couldn't do it. Maybe you're more awesome than me. Personally, I wouldn't handle it till we get the double jump. So there's all the enemies we killed. And then we're back at the start screen. So what do you do next? You pick who's going to surpass you. Here was our last character, Sir Lee, the Divine Knight. So he did pretty good. So you always have 3 options. The Knave. Well, you'll have different options. So I'll just talk about the classes right now. There's a couple different classes. The ones we have to choose from are the Barbarian, the Mage, and the Knave. There's more than that, obviously, because we were just a knight, but we weren't given that choice here. So how do you know what you should be? Really, it comes down to personal preference. The Knave has low stats but can get crits. Crits are awesome, but I like doing consistent damage, so I stay away from them. Because also they have like low defense and stuff. No one wants that. The Mage. Again, this is personal preference. They use a lot of mana, but when they kill things, they get mana back. So you're not going to be hitting a lot of things with your sword, you'll be using your abilities, which means you can stay farther back. I just personally never took a liking to them, but it's up to you. And then there's the Barbarian. They have a lot of health, but don't do as much damage. If you have this option at the beginning, this is definitely what you want to do, because you'll stay alive more. Yes, you'll do less damage, but really, you don't even need to fight any enemies. You could just run through and break stuff and look for chests and get a lot of money. This will also keep you alive longer to practice fighting these enemies. Like, one mistake won't be as deadly. So I definitely recommend the Paladin for beginning people. But there's other things going on here. You'll notice they each have traits and spells. Each person, well, they might have the same. They have randomized spells. This one it's kind of like a boomerang. I don't like it, really. This is a scythe. It will shoot one out in front of you and one out at like a 45-degree angle. It's kind of awkward using it. And this one is really weird. So, if you played Braid, it's kind of like Braid, I guess. So you press it and it drops a shadow, and then when you press the button again, you get teleported back to where your shadow was. Really situational, hard to use. So now let's talk about the traits. This CIP is, it says no pain. Basically, you don't have a health bar. Or it doesn't show you the health bar is what I should say. That's not really super important in this game, unless you try to conserve health like I do. You'll still probably know if you need it or not. It's really not that big of a deal. Obviously not an ideal trait. Gay. For a while, I thought this was just supposed to be funny, and it is funny, but the statues drop food, like I said. The guys on the left drop meat. That's backwards if you're a gay character, so just keep that in mind. Flexible. I'm not even sure what flexible does, to tell you the truth. So just to move on to the castle, I'll just pick one. I'll pick the Barbarian, because like I said, I think you guys need the health. So we got a lot of loot. You maybe won't have as much on your first run, or maybe you'll have more. Maybe you're better than me. So the first thing you have to do is you have to get the smith. Boom. Now we have access to the rest of the castle. So I'll try to tell you what upgrades you should do. First, get health. That unlocks something else. Upgrades the knight. So the knight is one of the classes we can have. The knight is just a good all-around class. This gives him an ability. If you press B, B is the ability for every class, but until you unlock it, you can't use it. This pulls up his shield and he blocks all damage, projectile, melee, whatever, but it takes mana to use. It's not a great ability, but we're gonna pick it anyway because it unlocks more things here. This lets us hold extra equipment. We'll get to equipment in a second, so just take it. Okay, now the castle starts to diverge. We're gonna need both these people. These are both people that we'll talk to outside, and they'll also unlock sides of the castle. So we'll get him. I'll explain these guys in a minute, and we'll get her. So, I guess if you wanted, you could just throw all your money into health, but that's probably not a good idea, because when you put money into this, it gets more expensive next time. It also raises the price on everything else. So this, when we first looked at it, I think was 100. Now it costs 110 to upgrade it because we've upgraded so many other things. So no matter what you do, you're going to end up spending more money later. Attack up. This is crucial. Right now, our strength, last time our strength was 25. Now, since we're a barbarian, we have less strength. So it's at 18. This will give us 2 extra. 2 is kind of a lot, honestly. This is the same thing, but with our items. This lets the mage, like, switch spells. So, like, they have, like, 3 spells they can switch between. It's pretty nice. If you're going to play the mage, you definitely want that. This is Fusro Da. If you played Skyrim, you just press B and boom. You blow everything away from you. So I'll just take one of everything so you can see what happens when you get them. When you upgrade the Barbarian, something else popped up here. It's a new class, the Shinobi. This is probably my favorite class, but you won't be using it at the beginning. In fact, you might not even want to buy it, just so it doesn't show up accidentally. Shinobis are awesome. They have very low health, but really high attack, like constant attack damage. This is pretty nice, but we can't afford it. We're getting to things that we can't afford. This levels up our crit chance. Here, let me get... Oh, I can't even get that to show you what else comes up. So, what should you be upgrading now that you have extra money and, like, you're done upgrading things? Health. Health should always be the first one, because no matter what class you're doing, health is going to be important. Say you get attack up, what if you're playing a mage? That attack up was kind of pointless. This is the best universal thing you can get right now. But I'm going to save a little money just so I can show you some stuff. So now there's a bunch of people outside if you unlocked all the stuff I just did. The first one is the smith. He has blueprints that we find in the castle. When we were in the castle, well, you start with a couple. The squire helm, the squire sword, that kind of stuff. But when we were in the castle, we found the knight helm. If we look at it, it adds to our weight, but right now we don't have any weight. So all of this stuff is just a bonus. That's an extra 25 health and extra mana. That's awesome. These helms always just increase your health and mana. These will just increase your damage. Swords. Chest plates increase armor, but we can't get that yet. And these, like, elbow pads and stuff increase your magic damage. So they're kind of like the magic equivalent of a sword. Capes increase your crit chance. Alright, let's talk to this girl. Remember when I told you those rune things that we were avoiding? She's the one that does stuff with these rune things. For each equipment slot here, you can have 1 rune activated. But you have to find them in the castle. See, like this, we don't have any runes here. For this one, we found the sprint rune. Not my favorite. So, here we have the vault rune, which lets us double jump. Super important. Get it as soon as you can. So we're definitely buying that. See, so you don't want to spend all your money in the castle. But for each rune you spend, the next rune's going to be more expensive. That one was like 175. Now they're freaking 350. So only get ones that are really important. I think this one's super important. See, because now we can double jump. You know how much that, like, for evasion and for getting through traps, how much that adds? This guy, I never do this guy. He locks the castle in place, so you can... It will be the same when you go back in, but the treasure chests and stuff are gone, and we want money. He also takes 60% of your money on the run, so forget that guy. So when you're ready to go back into the castle, you'll go talk to Charon here. He'll take all of your money, so you don't want to have this extra money. Spend as much money as possible. So we'll go back. Can we afford anything? We got 135. He wants too much for everything, so we can't afford any of that. And we can't afford anything here either. Oh well, not the end of the world. But really, you want to spend as much money as possible. So that was the first run through. Oh, and here you can test out your spells and stuff. Oh yeah, we're the barbarian, and we got the Fus Ro Dah, so yeah, Fus Ro Dah. So just talk to Charon when you're ready. He'll take all of your money, and you're back in the castle. The castle, totally different. Your map's gone. It's going to be the same. You just want to go and get as much money as possible until you think you're ready to fight the boss. But that will be another video. This was just your first runs into the castle. So, I guess that's it. If you have any questions, you can just leave comments, and I'll explain other areas of the castle and bosses in another video. So I hope you liked it, and I hope it was informative. I'll talk to you next time.